Hello everyone, welcome back once again to Varagist HQ, where we bring you updated information on a timely basis. Today remains the 20th day of November 2025, and Chief Admin Andy Bright is out to lend his voice to the grant community, telling the masses to get prepared that enough is enough, that the masses should get prepared for the tweets that is coming up in case these people refuse to make the disbursement happen, that people should get prepared that we cannot wait any longer. Please pay attention to him and grab one or two things from what he has to say. And remember, this is Varagist HQ. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, click on the notification bell so that anytime we drop updates, you will be notified. Subscription is free of charge. Thank you, and remember, blessed. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Good morning to my fellow subscribers in the grant community. Good morning to the members of the Grant Solution Movement team. And good morning to the newly constituted team of the Twitter movement. That is the Grant Community Decides movement. I salute everyone. I bring everyone love greeting this morning from my heart. By Nigerian time, it is 7:27 a.m. in the morning hours. And my name is Chief Admin Andy Bright. I want to, without wasting time, ask every member of this grant community whether you are introduce people by way of a cluster sales and the slots selling of the pioneer or whatever activity part you have played in this grant to make sure that members of the society come into the grant to benefit. It is a high time for everyone to converge together for this one purpose. We want to make sure that our grant disbursement is not further delayed. This is the time. Today is 20th November. Unbelievable. And the grant has not been disbursed to any subscriber in the grant community. I mean the common masses. So I am saying this morning, it is time for us to begin to ask questions, to come out and shake the tables in peace and make sure that we leave this grant disbursement quagmire, that we will leave this place of rigmaroling in the mountain of despair of not having our grants. It's time for us to come out of Egypt and coast home to our promised land. The grant disbursement is a must. It is necessary right now, because if we don't get it right now, December is here. In less than 2 weeks, we have entered the month of social activities, and nobody will have time to begin to ask for this disbursement. And all of us have the need for this grant now, because there's no need of us suffering in the midst of plenty, languishing in penury, in the midst of abundance. I'm telling you, everywhere many member of this grant community should join forces right away, should wake up now and join the tweeting movement as it has been organized. Let us all wake up and join the tweeting movement, the Grant Community Decide movement. Thank God our leader, the president of the movement, Reverend Moses from Abuja, had already made a declaration on that. After today, Thursday, and tomorrow, Friday, and there's no disbursement, we are picking up our snares. The tweeting program will commence in earnest, because we can't be waiting indefinitely for this grant to be disbursed to us where people are languishing in penury. Those that the grants are meant for are suffering in the midst of plenty. We are saying, God Almighty forbid this demon. And so, because of that, we need to do some things that God have asked us to do. We need to, like Moses, stand before Pharaoh, people who doesn't want the masses to breathe, by holding our monies in their different bank accounts. The people's patrimony languishing in the banks. We are going to stand before that Pharaoh and say, please, Pharaoh, let our people go. Let the Israelites go. Let our people go. Let the masses breathe. And so we are waving off our stick before Pharaoh as from Saturday. That is to start tweeting, just like this tweeting movement is just like a child that is hungry. and the hunger is becoming much. I started talking to the parents. I'm hungry, daddy, mommy, I'm hungry. And the daddy and mommy seem not to be hearing. The child start crying. Mommy, daddy, I'm hungry, start crying. And then the cries disturb the mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy, maybe one of them leaves the home and say, let me go and find food for this child. And as the child keep waiting, the food is not coming. The child intensified the cry, violent cry, to make sure that the neighbors hear and come to his or her rescue. And so that is exactly what we are doing in the treaty movement. We cannot fight anybody. We are not here to fight. We are here to demand for our rights. And so please, I adjourn and advise and ask every member of the Grand community to join forces with this treaty movement so that we can achieve our disbursement in this record time. I want to inform us that last week, when we decided to kick off, and then a lot of calls came to us from all quarters, even from the government side, that we should calm down and then know what's going on. We received information from the head of the Grand Disbursement Committee at that time from the government level that they have ordered the grant to be disbursed. And they don't know the reason why it hasn't been disbursed up till now. And so you can see where we are. Some people are still playing pranks with our common patrimony, and we need to shout at them, shout at their ears that they should release our money. We need our grants right away without further delay. That is where the treaty movement stands for. This is our stand. And so if you don't know, if you have not joined this movement, please do well to join right away. I'm bringing my voice to my supporters and to my followers, and to all well-meaning subscribers in the Grand community. Every member should join this tweeting group right now. If the grant is not disbursed today, Thursday, and tomorrow, Friday, it is high time for us to come together and put our forces to bear so that we can receive our grant in this record time. Without, if it apart from this month and the grant is not disbursed and it goes on to December, nothing happens anymore. So this is our time to shout the people that are holding our patrimony, to release them without fail. And I want to say, everyone in charge of this grant disbursement, whether the grant handlers, any person at all, our regular grant handlers, whoever the stakeholders, we are saying no person's activity will work well in this December. They cannot keep the masses suffering, holding their monies, and they are doing their celebrations, ceremonies in December. It will never go well. We that are living will say no. No activity in December of concerning all our grant disbursement committee or handlers will go well in this December. We will not live to keep suffering while they are celebrating and enjoying, coasting home to the banks. The masses are saying no. The spirit of the dead masses as well, those that have died without receiving this grant, will war with us. They will fight with us so that they will never know peace. Our grant disbursement team, those in charge of our grants, will never know peace from this time if they don't release our grants. This is our point this morning. Why the treaty movement is formed, that the grant be released without further delay. We are not fighting anybody. We are not coming as warriors. We are coming to plead our case before the people that are in charge. This is our demand. And so I am still encouraging every member of society, every one of us, to join, every member of this grand society, grand community, to join their minds, to join their forces with us, their voices with us, and cry out so that our grant will be disbursed without fail at this point. I want to say that those of us that say there is no grant to be disbursed is because they have not seen the grant in their bank accounts. They are saying this out of pressure, not out of what they have proven. I'm telling every one of us that the grants are there. Let us not be apprehensive about this. The grant money is real. It is in the banks, in the various commercial banks of the grant handlers. And we are saying that keeping it further is not good for us. It's not healthy. Discharge the money to every person beneficiary of this grant forthwith. And so we inquired from the government level as last week when we started, and they briefed us that they have asked the people to pay this money, to release this money to the beneficiaries. And so we want to find out what is the cost. If it is not released today and tomorrow, we will begin to ask questions. We will begin to make our knowledge, shake the tables, so that they will hear us and release our monies to us forthwith. Excuse me. If you want to join this great newly constituted movement, that's the tweeting movement, Grand Community Decide movement, and if you want to join the platforms, that the WhatsApp platform, even the Telegram platform that will be created maybe today or tomorrow, so it will accommodate many people, because people are rushing into the WhatsApp group. About 4 WhatsApp groups have been created since this week. Is that about 2-3 days ago, and they are all filled up. The 5th WhatsApp group is being created today, and people are rushing. Thank God for the passion of the members of the Grand community. And so we decided as well to create a Telegram platform where much people will be accommodated, so that we can have our meetings there and then give the directives on how to move in this tweeting movement. I want to ask us now, if you don't know, you have not joined the the WhatsApp groups, stroke the Telegram. Now, if you want to join us and you have not joined, you don't know how to join, you can contact our chairman, Reverend Moses, who is the president of the tweeting movement, Reverend Moses, our president, or you can contact Elder Val, who is the vice president of the movement, and then you can contact me, Chief Admin Andy Bright, who is the secretary general of the movement. You can contact Admin High Priest, known as Prince Obo. You can contact him. He is the chief admin, the admin of the movement, the administrator. Yes. Or you can contact Dr. Freeman, Dr. Freeman Anne. He is our PRO, the executive PRO of the movement. Or you can contact our honorable barrister, that's Barrister Ade himself, who is in charge of our legal team. Or you can contact our chaplain general, who is Evangelist Blessing Olorufemi, and other members of the executive team. Bolaji is there, and so on and so forth. So any member of this great movement, the executive team, you can reach out to. Please reach out to them so they can give you the link to the WhatsApp group or WhatsApp platform or the Telegram, as it will be created by today, by the grace of God. So we want every member to join. This thing is our common patrimony. We don't want to lose sight of it in this month. It must go some to our bank accounts, so we can use it and better our lives, our businesses, our families, and the programs will be running in this December, like other people will be running as well. I want to salute everyone as I'm coasting home in this great, clearance call. Please, as you hear my voice, respond immediately. Join us. Everyone should join us. It's not witch hunting anybody, but we're demanding for our rights. We are demanding for our rights, no fears. I want to say that if it's not disbursed today and tomorrow, by this Sunday, we might have our Black Sunday. By this coming Sunday, according to the order from our leadership, that we can, or directive from our leadership, we might be having this Sunday as our Black Sunday as well, because it's a part of the demand. We officially mourn for the demise in the grant community who did not receive this grant until their death. And then we'll identify with the suffering masses also in that Black Sunday. If this Black Sunday couldn't hold for one thing or the other, it could be a Black Wednesday or even a Black Thursday by next week. So because of the time, there's no time again for us to do these things. We can begin to target a Black Wednesday or a Black Friday if this Sunday couldn't hold. Depends on the directive of our president and his leadership team. So we will be hearing that later on. And so get ready, get your black and black ready in case when it is being demanded. As the Black Sunday or the Black period is happening, we will be tweeting. Our tweeting, this thing will take place. Then if you don't have a Twitter app, please go now and download Twitter in your phone. I just did mine yesterday. I've never tweeted before, but through this movement, I'm going to begin to tweet. So I've downloaded my own Twitter app yesterday. Download it and get ready. So whenever the tweeting movement commences, you can participate in the tweeting according to the directive of the leadership of this tweeting movement, because everything will be done uniformly. We'll be tweeting in the same direction, in the same mood, as directed by the leadership. Please let us work in unison and work according to directives from the leadership of this great movement. Yes, the orders, the way to do things will be coming to us with time, as time goes on. So therefore, our grand disbursement team, as you hear this, my VN, please, we need our money today, tomorrow. If not, well, you are not going to rest, and we are not going to rest. I want to say to the community, after this Sunday, if there's no meaningful disbursement to us as we continue tweeting, by next week, Thursday, Friday, we begin to make preparations how to meet our grant handlers that brought us into this grant community physically, stay with them, rub minds with them, and ask them the question, what is happening to our disbursement? They will be able to tell us. If we can't go to their houses, we know their churches. We can worship with them next Sunday, after this Sunday, the upper week Sunday. We will be in their churches. After worshiping with them in their churches, after the service, we'll sit with them and find out what is delaying this money, and that we need it without fear. We can't carry it over to December. We will not. And so by doing, our grant will come out. I assure everyone that there is grant, and the grant is in the banks. We can't let it to remain there after this month, God forbid. And so this is exactly what we'll be doing. So get yourselves ready in your tweeting mood, in your asking question mood, and then with your black and black, and with whatever snack you think you can. Then we will go and visit them physically as from next week. If this thing has not happened, God forbid, next week Thursday, we'll begin to jump out of the social media between next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so that anyone who could not reach will meet them in their churches and worship with them this coming Sunday, the upper Sunday. And then after the service, we will talk with our grant handlers. Something must be done, and it is done already. So I thank you very much for granting me audience this morning. This is exactly how it's going to be. So contact the names I have mentioned if you want to join the tweeting movement, that is the platforms that have been created on WhatsApp and even in Telegram that will be created very shortly. So I thank you all for giving heed to my voice this morning. My name again is Chief Admin Andy Bright. I salute all my hardworking executives in the grant solution movement, and I salute the brevity of the tweeting executive and leadership of this hour. I greet everyone. So all my members, please let us all join. This is where we are now. The tweeting movement. After the grant is disbursed, then we can all fall back to our various groups. That is, and we continue our program. Remember that the grant solution movement has two ways. After disbursement, the second phase is to make sure that the grant community is sanitized and become a safe haven for all investors in the grant community, for all members in the grant community. No more extortion, no more scam, and no more defrauding the people that have come to subscribe for the grants onwards. That is our second phase in the community and for the community. That is the grant solution movement. So I thank you all for giving it to my word this morning. I say everyone have a very wonderful Thursday. It is well with us and our families. Thank you. God bless.